just in. Welcome to AmeriCanada. We've got some breaking news for you this morning. Last week's episode, we made a terrible mistake, and it turns out that neither of us know the capitals of any states.
True. Legally, I'm allowed not to know.
Yeah, but I'm also, giggling because it's, the state that's closest to your country.
Maine is closest to me. Alaska's on the other side of the country.
Whatever.
There's a whole country in between me and the one that you're supposed to know. A whole country.
Yeah, well, there's a whole country between me and them, too.
It's
just
still
happen
on your
to also
map.
be a part of our country.
Yeah.
I was informed by a lovely listener that the capital of Alaska is not Anchorage, which apparently is something we said last week.
It is true.
It's Juneau. I'm so sorry, Alaska.
There's two cities in Alaska that I know of. It's Anchorage and Juneau. So I had a 50-50 shot. I had a 50-50 shot. She had years in the American educational system to get this right.
Listen, I can at least say all of the states in alphabetical order to a nice jingle. All right, that's as far as I got.
I'm really glad that'll get you far in life.
Hello, I'm Signac. I'm American, apparently. I don't know anything about America, but...
And hi, I'm Jeggers. I'm Canadian. I have an entire country in between Alaska and I, as I've mentioned, because if you want to get far enough away from Alaska while being in the same continent as Alaska, you pick where I live, as far away as possible.
Which is the other end of the country.
Yes. I am happy here. There's less ravens, potentially.
You are pretty far from the ravens. You could be further, but you're pretty far.
But it does get me closer to Germany,
yes,
which is also a concern.
So I'm so sorry to anybody who may or may not be from Alaska.
I'm not.
This is me. They already have to deal with thieving mafia raven rings, all right? They don't need
and the
my
cold
shit
and the threat
too.
of the Russians and
I hope that you're having a great day so far. Hopefully we can add some more giggles. Just inject that right into your veins.
I might have just woken up.
He has. So for context, he is 2 time zones ahead of me.
Two times.
I woke up first this morning.
Yep. I am a mess today. It's been a long week.
It has, but you know what? It'll be better when we learn a little bit more about some dumb shit that happens in our countries.
Let's share some dumb shit.
I have.
Do you have some dumb shit for me?
I have an excellent one for you this morning.
You have some dumb shit. I am excited.
This one brought a legitimate, stupid, what the fuck smile to my face.
Okay.
Of how a couple in Florida, yes, Florida.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
I want to point out that I don't specifically look for Florida articles. In fact, I try to avoid just getting Florida stuff. But Florida, come on, man. You're not making this easy on me. A couple in Florida was going to have a wedding. And so they told their friends and family, hey, we have basically our dream home is our venue. There's a bowling alley in it. There's a swimming pool, waterfall, tennis courts, a gazebo, an 800-foot bar. It's this mansion in Florida. Beautiful, beautiful place. They don't own it. And they didn't have permission to be there.
Oh, what?
So the owner of the mansion has been trying to sell it, apparently, for 2 years. And the husband in this couple had contacted him pretending to be a prospective buyer so that he could take a tour. Decided that it's God's will that we marry upon this pavement or whatever. And so they invited all of their friends' family. It was supposed to be a 2-day event. So the wedding would be on Saturday and they would have a full Sunday reception, right? They show up on Saturday morning and the guy lives there. He lives in a separate house on the same property. So the homeowner's there and he's like, what the fuck?
Oh.
911.
Yeah, hi. Extra trespassing, please, with a side of... What? Holy...
It's insane.
How many people were invited? Does it say?
That's a good question. Hold on.
Because, how... 800 feet of bar. means like a lot of people are gonna have to be sitting there drinking or eating the Kit Kat. I don't know what bars are. I'm a good boy. I've never gone out doing a drug.
You've never illicit. It doesn't say how many people, but I mean they were planning like a whole 2-day thing, so they probably had a chunk of people.
Yeah, that's a good amount of people. Holy moly! Like that's the amount of balls on both the bride and the groom there, though. It's
ridiculous. How can you don't own a property? You don't. Here's another thing too. They asked the husband, posed as a potential buyer, decides yes, this is God's will. They later contact the guy and ask, "Hey, we're wanting to do a wedding," and the guy said no.
Oh,
so they're just like, "Yeah, we're gonna do it anyway."
No means yes, right? This is Florida. Oh, wow.
Another great thing in this is
do we have ages?
Ages. I don't think so. I don't have ages. This is really a bare bones article. They're really just about the property. But there's a really great part here where they in their very elaborate invitations they sent out, it detailed their love story of reconnecting 30 years after high school. Okay, so they're in their
so almost 50.
50s? Yeah, they're almost 50.
Oh, wow.
Reconnecting 30 years after high school and how he proposed over pizza on Christmas Eve. Listen, I am not going to proposal shame because honestly, whatever works for you, our proposal was really low key. It was a personal, basically just we decided we want to get married, right? Yeah, okay, let's go.
That was pretty much it for me as well.
So if you want a big elaborate proposal or if you want something low key, that's fine. But there is something really great about in the invitations writing out, he proposed over pizza.
Oh my Lord. I have never heard those people, that age bracket there, love to complain about millennials being entitled.
And then they break into somebody's house in order to have a wedding.
They were told no, and then did it anyway. The absolute gall. Holy shit. I love these people and hate these people in the exact same amount.
The thing is that in order to have that kind of the audacity of these people, you know that they're total Karens.
Oh, yeah.
If something doesn't go their way, they're probably bitching about it to everybody involved. And it's like, how dare you ruin our wedding? You're on my property.
Right? This is probably not to the same level as a couple of the wedding stories that I've heard from people where they're like, oh yeah, we want to do our dream wedding down here or something like that, so I need all the guests to donate $1,500 each.
Right?
And then you hear ridiculous. The blowback after the fact where, oh, all my friends are fake, nobody likes us, yada yada, fuck all you people. I got names of people who did do all I love weddings. Just the pure joy and bliss of two people really getting together to know each other, to live forever with each other, because my God, the rest of them think they're insufferable, and I hope at least you're keeping each other at bay, so I don't have to see you out in public, Karen. Oh, man.
Weddings themselves are just crazy to me. I
don't like them.
I am married and did not have a wedding by choice. Because, one, COVID.
Yeah, true.
Two, I would rather spend time with people one-on-one. I'm going to celebrate with my parents. I'm going to celebrate with his parents, with different friends of ours, in little parties where we can really actually talk to each other instead of one day of pure anxiety-ridden panic where all I want to do is go to sleep and I don't get to talk to anyone.
Yeah. No, we my reason for not having one is a lot more depresso than that. So yeah, we just come from families that didn't have good track records with marriage. So
I mean, that's sort of fair. I think that's an interesting kind of generational thing I've noticed with our age group of millennial, there are a lot less people who are opting for actual full-on wedding. That are just I'll have a relationship with you, I'll have children with you, but I will not sign a contract with you.
Yeah, there's some people who won't do the whole actual get marriage license or anything like that, but there's also a lot of people that are forgoing the actual traditional venue and everything, even if they do get married. Yeah, it's an extravagance that I mean, this will probably anger anybody 20 to 30 years older than us.
We all have so much student debt. We can't afford weddings.
Hi, generation before us. We are screwed thanks to you. So we can't really do the whole wedding thing because, well, it's either wedding or eat. I'm going to choose eat.
It's less Gen X, which is the one right above us. It's like the one above them.
Well,
there's really like trickled it down.
They screwed it up for us, but like there's a lot of people in the Gen X bracket that are like, so when you get married, when are the kids? When you getting married, when are the kids? When you getting married, when are the kids? Because they just have a whole lot of holdovers from that generation before.
They're in that moment where it's like, I'm ready to be a grandparent and I'm ready to have babies I can oodle coodle and then push away and not have to deal with actually raising them. So, which is how I am as an aunt, so I can totally sympathize. I'm like, yes, I will love to watch my niece and nephew and then send them back home where I don't have to deal with them anymore.
Yep. I like how this started as a marriage thing and now we're talking about generational divides.
I mean, it's kind of...
They do go hand in hand pretty much.
Big part of that, yeah.
Yep.
Listen, whatever generation you are, just don't be a Karen, all right? And if you don't know what a Karen is...
You're probably Karen.
You might be a Karen.
You might be a Karen if.
And if your hair looks like it can hold a bunch of bees in it, you might be a Karen.
You might be a Karen.
That was the worst Jeff Foxworthy ever. I
don't have a Jeff Foxworthy. I don't do impressions, but if your purse is filled with coupons and not money, you might be a Karen.
That would have worked if you said you might be a redneck.
Almost.
Oh, man.
Did you go out during the coronavirus and steal a whole bunch of toilet paper and try to bring it back to Walmart after the fact because you realize you don't shit yourself all that much? You might be a Karen.
Why would you bring it back? You will eventually need that toilet paper. Just fucking put it away on a cabinet.
Yep. I don't get it. I love the pictures of people bringing shopping carts full of toilet paper back, despite the fact that,
Or donate it! Donate it!
Mm-hmm. Let's see. Let's take a look at the coronavirus symptoms. I don't see shitting yourself constantly on this list here. Calm down, people. Oh, man.
I need something to alleviate the guilt that I feel over buying toilet paper now. You have anything Canadian?
I got a little Cababians for you. I got a little something Crambabians. So cousins of the raven are the majestic crow. Right?
I love crows.
Yeah.
Please don't make me hate crows. Please don't make me hate crows.
Well, I mean, I'd keep your head covered for this one. But a guy in British Columbia, Vancouver, British Columbia, threatened police with a knife while they were responding to a call about a car fire. And while they were able to get to him and get him to drop the knife, it was quickly picked up by a fucking crow.
Oh my gosh. Hold on. Okay, so a car is on fire. A gentleman has a knife. And then the crow taking the knife.
Crow knife. That crow just was waiting for his chance. That's pretty much the whole article at this point. The guy, like, the cop stopped the guy, and the knife was eventually dropped by the crow. But I just love the fact that there's an active crime scene, and this crow's like, oh, good, I'm gonna go fucking save this guy. I'm gonna get the prince off the knife.
Exactly, wipe the prince off the knife with your little beak.
I got you, bud. I got you, don't worry about it.
I absolutely love crows, and because I too have a ooh shiny I want it mentality.
Oh, all right. I'm learning more about you.
Listen, if it ooh shiny, I'll steal it. I can sympathize with that crow.
All right, here's the plan for Fort Knox. All right, so we're gonna.
No, I have many a shiny rock. I hold it up to camera.
That is literally just a shiny rock.
Can see. Yeah, no, I just have shiny things.
I can validate that it is a shiny rock.
I just like shiny things, all right? I'm a knick-knack person, so I there's an ongoing joke somewhere of crow brain taking over.
I'm more of a paddywhack sort of person, so.
Paddywhack? Can you elaborate?
Knick-knack, paddywhack.
Oh, knick-knack, paddywhack. That went right over my head.
I saw that. There was no recollection on that face of the old times.
Give a dog a bone.
And give a crow a knife.
Give a crow a knife. He probably just saw something really shiny. He's like, my bitch back home gonna love this fucking shiny.
Or alternatively, he's hearing about the problems his cousins are having, and he's not being able to them not being able to get their short rib, and he's like, all right, well, I'm gonna hustle somebody down in a street corner with my knife, my crow knife. I'm gonna get whatever I want.
It is called a murder of crows.
Exactly. They're just making it easier for themselves.
We're building very important AmeriCanada lore here. So the ravens are thieves. Mm-hmm. The crows are the murderers. They're the hitmen.
Yeah, they'll make people sleep with the fishies or whatever.
Of the corvid mafia.
I used to be relatively scared of crows growing up because I was swooped a lot by one. I guess I must have been around a shiny on the ground or something like that, and I got swooped when I was like 4 or 5 or something like that.
Maybe, hey, do not look down on yourself like that. You might have been the shiny on the ground.
Maybe I was the shiny on the ground this whole time.
You are the shiny. Be the shiny in your life.
Hell yeah.
That's why the crows love you. You're a shiny boy.
That's why the crows were trying to take me home and bring me to their nest and weave me into whatever home they have going on. Yeah, that's it.
Listen, that shiny might be, larger than our beaks can handle, but we're taking it home. It's beautiful.
It's just a whole fleet of them come down with string and just take me away.
How many? So the whole Monty Python, the Holy Grail is what is the air capacity of an unladen swallow? Or whatever?
Yes.
Whatever. What is the lift capacity of crow? How many crow does it take to lift a jackass?
Let's see. When I was 5, probably 3 crows. I was a tiny boy.
Oh. Are your bones hollow?
It's so I can be with my bird family that they knew all along. My parents aren't real. I've been a bird this whole time.
You can't see him, but he's like wearing like a hoodie and a robe that are both very dark colored. So he kind of looks like a crow right now. He could be one with the crow.
I feel very Noel Fielding in this outfit. Just way too much.
Are you warm? That's all that matters.
I'm cozy. And Noel Fielding's kind of like a bird, so that's kind of what I was getting at.
So you're good.
But yeah, apparently this is actually a known bird, though.
Wait. Has this bird committed knife crimes before?
He has a name.
He has a name?
He's Canuck the Crow. He rides the train and buses and beats up bicyclists.
Wait. What?
Yep.
He's decided he's done beating them up. Now he's
just going to fucking town on them.
Oh no.
But his name is Canuck the Crow, and he is actually he was elected the unofficial ambassador of Vancouver.
Is Vancouver trying to look violent? Jesus. When your ambassador attacks bicyclists with a knife.
Shock and Caw, Canuck the Crow voted Metro Vancouver's unofficial ambassador.
Can Canuck the Crow be my new best friend?
I mean, he will stab you.
That's okay. I'm willing to take that risk. That reminds me, crows are fucking smart, though. There's a crow on TikTok that will ask you how you're doing. I think that's pretty great.
How do I respond?
You tell him you're doing good or bad, depending on how you feel.
Okay. All right.
He's a good crow.
And if
he's just like, how are you?
Thank you. Thank you for the play-by-play.
No, he's like a little, it's like if you've ever heard like one of those mimicky birds.
Like a lyre bird?
Yes, thank you.
A mimicky bird, like parrot.
The mimicky birds.
Cockatoo, lyre bird.
Birds would do a mimic, but like you have like the gray parrots or whatever, where like they may not understand like literally language, but they understand if I make this noise, I get this result.
Yeah.
So they can sort of communicate. Crows are the mimic, so they're under that, but they're really fucking smart. Crows are cool. Ravens are smarter though. Ravens are the ones that will rob you.
Yeah, that's a coordinated attack. This is one crow operating by himself, Canuck the Crow. That's a coordinated attack by multiple ravens. Let it be known.
I wonder what those ravens' names were. I need to do research later. Just reminding myself.
It's really important though, and I'm going to ruin it now, but we got through multiple talking about birds, and I didn't even bring up the one specific one. Who will kill you?
Here it comes. Oh no.
Knife?
Here it is.
Gun? Baseball bat? the goose will find you.
Honk! Honk!
It doesn't matter what you say. Like, although Crow might have a knife, it's still not strong enough as the normal, everyday Canadian goose.
The goose's beak is a knife.
It is.
Apparently.
It stabs. It kills. It probably harasses cyclists. It broke a woman's arm. Or no, it broke I think a woman's hip last year.
What?
Yeah,
How?
we have a
smack?
we have a big pond in the city in Dartmouth, and there's like it's well known for its goose population or swan population or pretty much any sort of waterfowl population. And they were taking a walk during, even though it was restriction time, they were allowed walking around. They went out for a walk, and they got beat up, and her hip, I believe, was broken in the process by a goose.
Why are all the birds in Canada violent? Is it because the humans aren't violent enough?
I think that might be it. We've put all our hate and anger into the sky.
All the birds in America aren't this violent.
I actually have another article for next week that's related to birds.
Oh, no. Oh, God. All right, well, we're done talking about birds right now because we're going to talk about a different kind of animal that you can now, well, you might soon be able to hunt in my home state.
All right. Wait, can I play guesses? Can I play guesses what animal we're allowed to hunt?
Okay.
All right.
You can guess. You won't get
domestic cat.
No.
Man, the most terrifying sport of all.
No, but closer.
I hate that. Ape?
No.
Gorilla?
No.
Monkey?
Still close.
Crab,
Still close.
because we're all accelerating to
crab.
crab.
Crab is going away.
No, crab is coming towards because we're all going to be crab one day. Carcinization, look it up.
We came from the crab, we return to the crab.
All right, what do we got? What are we hunting?
Sasquatch.
Sam Squanch.
Bigfoot.
Footicus biggers.
A lawmaker in Oklahoma is trying to pass a bill that would make it legal to hunt Bigfoot in Oklahoma.
Has he actually watched the show Bigfoot Hunters and how they have found no Bigfoot?
So there's an interesting school of thought here because that is something that was brought up when this bill was presented.
Oh, great.
So the representative, although I read the bill too, out of just sheer curiosity.
You did your research.
I did my research for once. The bill does not say whether or not you can kill Bigfoot. It just says that it wants the wildlife preserves to start enacting, as of like November 1st of this year, steps for people to get licenses to hunt Bigfoot. The lawmaker in interview said, well, I don't mean like kill him. I mean like trap him or get evidence of him. But it doesn't say that in the bill. It doesn't say that in the bill at all. The other thing is a wildlife expert had said, we do science-driven research and we don't recognize Bigfoot in the state of Oklahoma.
Good.
Because there is no evidence. He's like, there is no reason to make a license for something that doesn't exist. But
well, yeah. Why? Okay, so the whole point is to make it like legal to capture a Bigfoot when there's no precedent to have it be legal or illegal in the first place. Had he exist or not, because he's not on a list of anything to be protected or not, because he ain't real.
So as far as I understand, to hunt anything in Oklahoma, you have to have a license for that thing. So if you were to theoretically...
But what if I'm hunting for deals at the nearest Menards?
You better have a fucking license or I'm going to put you in jail.
If you're hunting for deals at Menards, you might be a Karen.
Also, there isn't a Menards in Oklahoma.
I know, that's the first place I thought of.
The only reason I know that exists is because I know people in Indiana where that exists.
Shout out to Menards. They
what
need
up,
the PR,
Menards?
right? I just like saying Menards. Hunt a Bigfoot at Menards.
Our deals are as rare as Bigfoot, but you can find them.
You have to push back a washing machine to find a Twix that fell behind there from a couple years ago that they might knock 50 cents off for you.
Oof.
It's a rare deal, but you can find them.
Our deals are bigger than Bigfoot. It's big in the name, so it's a big.
But I mean, yeah, but
deal.
like if it doesn't exist.
Well, listen.
I'm just like cryptid deals concern me. Do I have to go in there with like a van and like a radar?
This does make me wonder about other cryptid deals, though. Like, what is a Wendigo deal?
It changes all the time, and you never know what you have.
It eats your flesh. What?
It's a skinwalker, but it's good. It was a half-off skinwalker.
What's your favorite cryptid?
What is my favorite cryptid?
I'm really partial to Wendigo
man.
myself. That's why.
I do love a Wendigo. I love a Chupacabra.
Ooh, Chupacabra is a good one.
Big fan of the Mothman.
Oh, Mothman!
God. Like, there's so many good cryptids.
There are.
Like, does the whole Bermuda Triangle count as like a whole cryptid event?
I feel like the Bermuda Triangle is where the cryptids actually live.
There is another triangle, I think, somewhere in the States. I can't remember the name of it.
No, not allowed. Bermuda only.
Okay, I'm sorry. You hear that, triangles? Fuck off.
All the triangles have to live in Bermuda.
You hear that, Pythagoras, you piece of shit?
Get out of Greece and go over to Bermuda.
No, cryptids are cool. There's a lot. Jersey Devil. We don't have enough over in the Canada. All we got's the Ogopogo.
Your Ogopogo.
The Wendigo. The Ogopogo.
Ogopogo.
And my favorite cryptid of all, a politician who knows what he's doing.
Those don't exist.
I know.
Speaking of politicians, the politician who presented the Bigfoot bill, as I am calling it, said that
was it produced on like A12 sheet of paper or like?
It's not very long, but hence me having read it. If it was a long bill, I wouldn't have read it.
I just wanted it to be printed bigger, like font 48 on huge piece of paper.
But the Bigfoot bill, he explains, supposedly, the reason for him coming up with the bill is to try and promote tourism, that it would be a fun thing. People would have to spend money on the licenses, but then you have like a novelty. You can say, I have a Bigfoot license and I went Bigfoot hunting. And that was his reasoning. But knowing my dad, the real reason is to get Bigfoot, finally.
To get Bigfoot. Yeah, no, find the Bigfoot.
If anyone's going to find Bigfoot, it's my dad, because he has tried very hard.
I'm sorry?
My dad is obsessed with Bigfoot. It's actually really adorable.
Ooh, this needs a little bit more exploring. But first, before that, I just want to clarify. I said A12 paper before, and I know how we are with factual analysis on the show. So I meant to say A1 paper because I forgot that as the numbers go up after the A, it gets smaller.
You're a goddamn degenerate. How could you get that wrong? No.
So your dad's a Bigfoot hunter?
My dad's a Bigfoot fan. My dad. So okay. I don't know if you.
I go to all his games. I go.
No, my dad has always been really, really interested in Bigfoot and in conspiracy theory kind of stuff. And he had like Bigfoot bumper stickers. There was like his like Bigfoot license or whatever, or like official van of hunting Bigfoot kind of stuff. Like, it's really cute. And he, if you remember, I think it's Far Cry 5, the video game. Bigfoot is supposedly exists in that game, and you can hunt him. And he spent so long playing that game trying to find Bigfoot.
Was it Far Cry or Red Dead Redemption 2?
No, it wasn't Red Dead. I think it was Far Cry 5. I think he's in that. I think it was Far Cry 5 or something.
I think it's also GTA.
But it's one of those where it's like, the game doesn't actually have him, I don't think. They just have a bunch of stuff that's like leading like little breadcrumbs. And so my dad spent forever trying to find Bigfoot, and it's really, really awesome. Actually, really. It's one of the cuter things about my dad that I love. So
bizarre. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. It's a little bizarre.
I aspire to love a cryptid as much as my dad loves Bigfoot.
I mean, I can just collect a bunch of moths. Time to myself, call myself the Mothman.
You are the Mothman.
Just fluttering as these like dead wings just kind of dust me. Be a very unfortunate situation, honestly, now that I'm thinking about it. I'd probably sneeze a couple times too. You know what? Not worth it.
I feel bad for the moths in this situation, so maybe not. Maybe let's not.
You know how we have sort of serendipitous moments where things kind of just lead into each other?
Oh no.
And it's just like, we don't look at the articles, and this is just kind of a weird happenstance.
What you got for me?
But my second article is cryptid related.
Oh, hell yes.
So,
let's go. Is it about Mothman?
Nope. It is about... So remember how I said we channel our hatred to the sky in Canada?
Mm-hmm.
Something seems to want to answer back to us.
Oh, no. Is it the geese?
It it could be a reason why we have a higher than usual UFO sighting in Nova Scotia in 2020.
What?
So, yeah, there was apparently a UFO incident in Nova Scotia years and years ago.
Okay.
I can't remember the whole name of it right off the top of my head. Shag Harbor, that's right. There's the Shag Harbor UFO incident. I'll start with this. Yes, Shag Harbor. Haha. It's actually not that far away from where I used to live.
Did you ever
go to Shag Harbor or investigate or
in Shag Harbor
stop this. Anyway, back in 1967, there was a UFO incident that was reported of an unknown large object that crashed into the waters near Shag Harbor in Nova Scotia, a tiny fishing village on the Atlantic coast. It was investigated by RCMP, Coast Guard, and the military.
Jesus.
As well as whatever the U.S. Condon Committee is, which is a Universal of Colorado UFO project. But yeah, we had you guys all up in our business, all up in our Shag Harbor, looking for apparently a UFO that crashed. So Nova Scotia is relatively up on the whole UFO situation, right? But apparently, a report released last month by ufology research in Winnipeg stated that UFO sightings across the country increased by 46% in 2020.
It's because everybody was at home and all they could do was look at the sky, I bet.
True. However, all that anger that we shoot up into the sky must have been a beacon or something. Yeah, like multiple things in Nova Scotia. Some guy in Williamswood captured a strange string of lights on his home security camera. He says he's a skeptical person, but he can't really figure it out, and it doesn't really make sense to him. Most sightings were apparently in urban centers in Quebec and Ontario, but the Maritimes, a la me, saw a huge uptick, apparently, of like 10% increase, which is, I mean, that's a double the sightings, apparently.
That's a lot of UFOs.
It's a really bizarre situation, and honestly, just don't. Space aliens, just don't, man. Like, back up. It's cold here. It's miserable. We're all sad. We're all locked in. I'm in like my third lockdown now out here.
I mean, what if the aliens are from like Pluto, and so when they come here, Canada is just the closest analog they have to home?
That because it's got a little heart on it too, and we're just a caring nation.
Oh! You took my thing about cold and made it cute, you bastard.
Yeah, take that, you asshole.
If aliens showed up in Canada, okay, let's play a hypothetical.
Okay, let's hypothetical this shit.
You're hanging out. It's your home.
I'm hanging out.
And a UFO lands in your front yard.
As it do.
And your beautiful dog barks to alert you that there is a thing outside.
Yes.
What would you hope would come from this interaction of alien? Like, do you want them to be like a friendly thing? Do you want them to be like just not friendly, but just like curious, or they might probe the shit out of you? Like, what do you think would happen if an alien just at your house?
Seem to assume that when alien happen, it come out shoot, or it come out stealing, or it come out picking things up and bringing it back to its ship or whatever. But like, I just think of it as potential researchers. So they land down in my field that is my yard, because I have a fucking stupid big yard. There's aliens hit me up. Got room for you.
Park
they land down.
Here. You should put a sign out in Alien that just says free parking.
And then somebody else can have like go on the other side of the country, and then we can have like a giant country-sized Monopoly game.
Da-da-da-da-da-da.
Hey, America has all the chance cards, and when you pull one up, it's like get shot.
Oh, okay. Receive a small loan of $1 million from your father.
Have people see you as the president. Your hidden reptiles amuse me, America. But yeah, no, I expect them just to kind of pop out, and they set up a couple stations being like, all right, here's a soil sample, and there seems to be some sort of domicile there, and don't get too close to it, but observe from a distance. Oh no, they're coming out. Oh no, okay, well, observe, see what they do. Oh, they seem relatively friendly. Okay, all right, let's just, make sure not to infect them with anything that we might carry, but also, try and take a sample. Maybe we could talk. I just figure they're going to be researchers. I'm very well leveled when it comes to aliens.
And that's the thing is, like, you think about, like, what we're doing on Mars and the kind of ways that we explore space. That I would hope that any aliens visiting would be kind of the same vein, right? Of, we're just trying to see what y'all are about and do a little research.
I, however, know a lot of other people who would have a very long-winded rant about the long grays, or the tall grays coming from the other side of the moon and infecting our Pentagon with, like... Yeah, I aspire to be able to rant like that at some point, but my heart's not in it because I just believe the aliens would come down and be relatively chill about it.
What if the aliens have been investigating us and they're the reason that we have COVID? It's like smallpox blankets.
So bats are aliens.
That's what I'm taking away. That's what I'm taking away from this. Hold on. Bats are adorable little puppy aliens.
It doesn't make sense. It's a mammal that can fly. This is bullshit.
And they're beautiful. And I love them.
I do love bats, though.
Have you ever seen a fruit bat just eating a grape and the way they munch? They are the best thing ever.
God, you devolved for a second there.
I love bats. Bats are so cute. They're little puppies with wings.
So when I was growing up, we had a bat fly to our house once, and it was following the speed of the ceiling fan that we had in the kitchen. So, like, where the wing would rotate, it would fly exactly that same pattern. So I thought they tied something to the fan and went just to see it go. Because I was like 8 or 9 or something like that at the time. And I'm like, what is that on the fan? And my mother's in the kitchen and she turns around and freaks the fuck out. And we had to get our neighbor with a net.
I wonder why it did that. Like, if there's some logic to why it would follow the spin.
No idea.
Maybe he just wants to be a dizzy boy.
He's a dizzy boy, but at least he got out safe. He's fine. He's a good boy. But
love the animals.
Yeah, so that's the closest alien situation I've had then. If aliens are bats, or bats are aliens, or one of the two, or whatever.
I bet bats are puppy aliens. So like how we have dogs, aliens had bats, but some of them got left behind and they created bats, and then Batman.
Bats. So Batman's an alien.
Batman's not an alien. Batman is a crazy man who witnessed too many aliens. It drove him insane. Hey, it's that time again where I want to feel worldly, Jekis.
You want to feel worldly?
I want to feel worldly.
You're not going to want to feel worldly after this, though.
Oh.
Well, I don't know. Maybe. Depends on how you feel about it. Mr. Glenn. Richard Glenn. Richard Glenn's behavior was so unacceptable. He was sent home early. Did I say home? Richard Glenn's behavior was so unacceptable, he was sent home early during Longridge Tower's school trip to Costa Rica in July 2019, the teaching regulation agency heard. I don't know what accent that was. So he took the private school and took him to a strip club.
Oh, what?
Yep.
Okay, so hold on. So where are they originally from? You said that they're in Costa Rica. Are they from Costa Rica, or are they just visiting?
Are from Longridge Towers School, which is somewhere in the UK.
Okay, so they're not a kingdom. Oh, what other insulting accents can Signac do?
They are in, Berwick upon Tweed, Lord Almighty.
So an Englishman.
An Englishman. He was supposed to be there until the 20th of July, but after 6 days was sent home by the expedition's leader due to his behavior. His actions included, these are 16 to 18-year-old kids, by the way. That's a school trip.
Okay.
So his actions included drinking with pupils, allowing one or more pupils to drink alcohol despite being under the legal age of 18, goes in hand with the first one. Threatening to kick the head in of one pupil and kill another.
Oh!
Telling one pupil, I'm not in trouble, you'll be in trouble. Ooh. After being aggressive to one pupil, he kissed the boy's forehead and told him, you're all right.
Oh my goodness.
Taking one or more pupils to a strip club, acting aggressively towards the women leading the trip when she tried to help him back to his tent, and exposing himself to the woman in a shared hotel room, although it was agreed that was not malicious or sexually motivated.
Oh no. This guy went on a full-on bender.
Oh, my lord.
I'm not gonna get in trouble. You are. Glug, glug, punch.
Yeah. Yeah, right there, sonny. Mwah. So bizarre.
That's abusive stepdad material right there.
Yeah, no, like, I am just triggered reading all of this. There was no malice or sexual intent in taking the students to the lap dancing club, but Mr. Glenn admitted it was inappropriate and unprofessional of him to fail to control the situation.
Yeah, no shit.
Really?
Well
He
done,
could not remember
sir.
what happened due to his state of intoxication, but he did not dispute the recollection of those present.
Oh, my goodness.
Buddy got fucked up.
I have never been that fucked up where I don't remember what happened.
I have never been fucked up. Nor have I been that fucked up.
I have had a beverage or two of the adult variety legally. And gone pretty far overboard. Oh, no, wait. That's a lie. I was 18. United States, you have to be 21. But whatever. Like,
Nerds. Still illegal here, 19, but still.
But I had some parties or whatever. Not a lot, but I had never gotten to the point where I'm like, I don't know what's happening or I don't recall in the morning. Like, at the very least,
I've never had a blackout
I could
moment.
live with my shame realizing all the stupid shit I said.
So you mean you've never got blackout drunk and harassed a school full of children to go to a strip club with you?
Nope. And kiss the boy's head and say, "You're all right."
You're all right. Yeah. You? I'll kill you. But you all right.
That's hilarious. It's like, fuck you. You all right. Mwah. That's ridiculous.
A whole beautiful, bizarre situation. Like, those kids are going to remember that for the rest of their lives. But, like, I don't think it's... Well, maybe a couple of them probably had a little bit of trauma with the whole "I'll kill you" or "I'll kick your head in" situation. However...
a little bit.
However, I'm sure the other ones are like, that's cool. That was weird. That's cool.
I'm trying to think of, like, the most intoxicated someone has been around me. I can think of one in particular where I'm pretty sure she was blackout drunk. And she tried to drive home.
No.
Yeah.
No, please.
Yeah.
No, thank you.
The best part? She worked for a car insurance company.
No.
Yeah.
Did she go in and up her premiums like the day after? Just out of guilt?
I don't think so.
Lord almighty. I grew up in the woods. People drank a lot out in the woods. I've seen a lot of stumbly bumblies, but my favorite one is when we were mid-teens or something like that. It was a buddy's birthday party. Actually, you've met him in the Discord, Ben. And we were all just hanging out, having a good old time, playing some video games and stuff. And his sister stumbles home, just retching.
Oh,
just
no.
Power puking all over the place.
Poor babe.
And it's just like, it's such a horrible situation for her, but I'm just like, you silly Billy.
So what happens when you're young and you drink a lot and you're not used to it.
Yeah, I think she was 18 or 19 or something like that, so she was still in the twilight of her youth.
Been there.
And oh boy did she ever. And God love her mother for just being like, all right, there you go, get in the shower. There you go, sweetie. I'm sure she was probably really pissed, but she held it right together for that.
I have been Ben's sister before. I have been that girl coming home. It was the day after, and I was horribly hungover and retching, and my mom's just like, yeah, you're a dumbass. I mean, you're okay, but you're a dumbass.
Never once. I've gone out a couple times, drinking, but I never really got the joy of it, so I mostly I drank a bit, and then I drank water, and then I made sure everybody else was okay. I played party mom, essentially.
You're a party mom. That's adorable.
My friend's first time drinking, I was like, all right, I'm going to bring a couple bottles of water for him, because I know he's probably going to overdo it, because I know how he is. Have a little bit of bread. Have, a nice place for him to sit down. Because it was in a converted bus. It was very bizarre.
That's fun,
but it was a bus with a deck. And it was an old, school bus. It was a short school bus with a deck for some reason. And he went overboard.
Aww.
And it's one of my favorite drinking stories because we ran out of stuff to mix with. And there was a convenience store maybe a couple kilometers up the road. So we're like, all right, the most sober ones, a la me, and the party host, we're like, all right, we're just going to go out, get some more stuff. We'll come back. Don't worry about it. And he stumbles out going, guys, wait, I'll come with you. I'm like, no,
Aww.
you don't need to do that. You can go sit down. And he's like, no, guys, wait.
Oh,
I was like, aw, you should go sit down. He's like, no, it's fine. You know, you get the puke out once, you're good to go. So I just puked out, good to mid-sentence.
Please drink responsibly. All right, like don't harm yourself or overdo it.
Yeah,
in moderation.
Yeah.
Everything in moderation. That does remind me of the first time that I got drunk. Now we're just telling drunk stories, which is fine. I'm totally okay with that.
That's fine. Well, we finished the articles. This is all just bonus content now.
So no, the first time that I ever got drunk, I'm a theater major, so I went to college for theater.
Nerd.
And so we were having a after show party where we all got drunk, and this was my first experience with alcohol. And I'm a tiny little baby freshman, around a bunch of upperclassmen, and we all get wasted. I'm really drunk. I sit on the couch where it's like, it must be like 3 or 4 in the morning, and the host is like trying to corral everybody to go to bed because nobody was driving that night. She stole everyone's keys and like hid them away so nobody could leave.
Excellent.
Which is what you should do.
Or a hostage situation, one of the two.
And so I laid down on the couch to go to sleep, and that's when it finally hit me, and I Ralphed and, bend over into a bucket or whatever. And there's this huge guy. We were doing Jekyll and the Hyde, and the guy who was playing the Hyde was this huge, burly dude who's like super muscular. Nicest guy ever, though. And he's laying on the ground. He sees me barf into this bucket, and he goes, "You're a goddamn champion. You lasted the whole night. I'm so proud of you." And I'm like, thanks.
Oh, that's adorable.
I know. Drunk people are adorable. Like, as long as they're not
Sometimes.
the punchy kind.
Yeah, that's another reason why I don't drink, is because like not the funnest growing up around people with alcohol.
That's fair.
So I didn't really do it all that much. I only did it in my like late teens.
I like motivational speaker drunks. Those are my favorite.
Yeah, I think the last time I actually had anything to drink is because a buddy of mine was moving to Ontario.
There you go.
So, and I think that was the last time I actually purchased alcohol and drank alcohol, and that was a year ago.
Yeah, much. I haven't had a drink in a while either. I have gut issues that alcohol does not sit with me well as an adult, so I just don't try anymore.
Yeah, that's another thing. I can't really drink anything other than cider or like a whiskey sour here and there because it causes horrible pains in my stomach to the point where I vomited from drinking, but not because I was drunk and had to vomit. It's because if I don't expunge what's in my stomach right now, I will burn this place to the ground.
Jesus.
Yeah.
That doesn't sound
that's
pleasant.
another reason why I don't drink either anymore is because horrible pains in my tum-tum.
If you're still listening, you're a champion for getting through Barf Talk. This has been Barfcast.
This has been Barfcast. Welcome to AmeriCanada.
Ew. I like how the America part is the part that you turned into puke and not AmeriPuke.
Yeah, you gross. Gross.
Hey, thank you a gajillion for being here hanging out with us today. We love the shit out of you. You're the best.
We'll hide your keys. We'll hide your keys on you.
We'll make sure you have some bread. Get a little bit of water in you.
Do you want a little Bigfoot license too while you're here? Here you go.
Here you go. Tell everybody you hunted Bigfoot.
Yeah.
That was very condescending sounding.
You're all right, smooch.
You're all right, kid. Smooch. If you want to support the show, the best thing you can do for us is to tell somebody that you know and love how they can listen in.
Put it in every ear hole around you. Except unless you're on a bus and you're playing it from your speaker, then if you do that, you're a bad person.
Are you okay, buddy?
Look, I've been on buses. I've been on so many buses, and like the people that just don't have headphones but are playing music from their phones, they should not be allowed on a bus.
Ban them.
And if you're not that person, go to AmeriCanadaPodcast.com and take that URL and share it to all your friends. We've got a Where to Listen page that you can share that. And if people like, well, I like listening to it on Spotify, they're all like, well, I like listening to it on Stitcher.
We got you.
Gotcha.
Got you anywhere you're gonna go. And if we don't got you, maybe send us an email at AmeriCanadaPodcast@gmail.com. We can maybe try and do something about that for you. Or if you have something you'd like us to talk about on the show, you can send it there too. And I'll be totally happy to talk about that.
Also, you can tweet at us at AmeriCanada Pod. What else do we have? Well, we're pretty. Oh, we're on YouTube now. Doing the
We are on YouTube. All our episodes will eventually be on YouTube. We're working our way up to that.
I'm exporting them out. After Effects is a weird program. It's a weird program. I'm working on it.
If you want more of my lovely co-host here, you can find him. If you search Jekis on Google, you'll probably find him. Specifically, twitch.tv/JekisTV. It's a great way to find him.
Somebody's still camping the Jekis. And I will fight them.
We will get you.
I will fight them. I took the week off from uploading stuff, but I do have more things in the can for next week. So when you're hearing this, that is the week. Unless you're hearing this like a month later, then that is not the week.
The week has already
passed.
Hey, you can probably find all that stuff we just talked about.
Hell yeah. And if they want to find you,
they can't.
Some spatial... Okay.
They won't.
Right.
They won't find me. I do special effects makeup sometimes on Twitter.
it's cool. It's cool stuff, all right?
It's what? Signac
Signac
art?
_art.
Signac _ I don't even know my own app.
Signac _art. Wow. Yes. Signac _art. Lord almighty.
Hug somebody who's not drunk or is. I won't judge you.
They might need a hug the most.
You should just hug somebody and
just hug somebody, unless
safely.
they're coronavirus positive, because oh boy, we've had an explosion in our province and it's miserable. Thanks, Ontario. You assholes.
Have a wonderful day or night or whatever.
Unless you're listening from Ontario, then well, you're still kind of an asshole, but you know why you're an asshole and you're sorry about it, and I understand that.
If you're in Ontario, we still love you, okay? But just mask up, please.
Unless you're Stephen King, then get the fuck out.
Stop it.